Marita?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Sir has yet not joined.
No, ma'am. Ma'am, yes, sir has joined. Sir has joined.
Then start.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Good afternoon, one and all. I welcome back all the participants to day 5 of the AICT Atal FDP program on innovation management. Due to some last moment changes, we will be having a validatory function first and the assessment link will be shared later. I now call upon Dr. Sivaprasad sir to address our session, to address all the participants. Dr. Sivaprasad sir is President of Bombay College of Pharmacy. I welcome you, sir.
Thank you very much for the introduction. Very good afternoon to everyone. And also thanks for the invitation. Let me take this opportunity to welcome you all for this fine function. Actually, validatory function always gives me a positive vibration because of the two reasons, One, the organizers have the sense of achievement of conducting a complex program successfully. And for the participant, it is successfully completely attending the program and then acquiring knowledge. Faculty development program is really a very good invention by which it is possible to disseminate the knowledge from the other field. And I am happy that it is conducted in BCP, Bombay College of Pharmacy, particularly as a member of Indian Pharmaceutical Association Maharashtra branch. And BCP is a very fine academic institute, and it has been contributing the pharmacy education for the last 64 or more than 64 years. And for BCP, it is for IPMSB, it is our flagship because it has also enabled us to fulfill our commitment towards the pharmacy education. We have got certain objectives that we are able to complete it because of the Bombay College of Pharmacy. Then I must congratulate Dr. Ujjwala, Dr. Krishna Priya, Dr. Vivek, Dr. Harida, Dr. Subhangi for well-designed program, and it is I understand is well conducted. Also, I take this opportunity to thank the speakers, eminent speakers, without whom this program would not have been a success. I appreciate the participant for their desire for acquiring knowledge, which is more important, and peacefully attending the program and completing the program in a better way. In fact, the desire for the knowledge is very important for a teacher. I wanted to narrate my experience. I have a friend, Dr. Eakins. He is from London and he discovered the competitive protein binding assay. It is a new analytical concept where you use a limited reagent. All our analytical purpose, we use excess reagent. He narrowly missed the Nobel Prize, and the Nobel Prize went for the immunoassay development. We were to conduct a train the trainers course in China. So a question asked that what should be the important quality a teacher should possess. Many people told that communication or some other quality, but he specifically emphasized strongly that it is their burning desire for acquiring knowledge. That is the most important key requirement for a teacher. In fact, a teacher needs to have an in-depth knowledge in their own field, along with that a wide understanding of the field related to their specialty. And for that, this faculty development definitely will help, because you have been listening to experts in a particular subject, and similarly other faculty development program will be dealing with the other subject. Then coming to the topic of this this program, it is a very apt topic for the present day time. In fact, innovation, according to me, innovation and research both are important. Innovation is also directly related to the economy of a country. In fact, Make in India or Atmanirbhar Bharat, these are all, some extent it depends upon our innovative power. However, in India also needs to improve our innovative capability. If you look at the statistics, in fact, the R&D, research and development productivity by a number of patents comes out from a country. India, in the 2020, the number of patent we filed is 1,500 or so, whereas in China it is 30,000. Then in the global innovation index, we are around 50, I think 48 or so. Similarly, creative output is also around 65 or 60, somewhere there. So we need to improve that. And if you look at the number of researchers we have, our 1 million population, it is only 250 people go for a research. Whereas if you look at the Western countries, like small countries like Denmark or Germany, there is around 8,000 people per million take up research. Of course, the innovation also depends upon the fund. One of our chairman, Dr. Raja Ramana, once told, for a good research, you require both idea and fund. So fund-wise, we are around less than 1% we spend our GDP for the research. Of course, we have got our own constraint. India country is very big and more number of people. Whereas Israel, it is 4.5 to 5% they utilize for the research. So there is a need also for a change in the mindset among us and particularly our students. Of course, academic research is also important, but if you really generally, if you look at it, our academic research in general, I'm talking about a specific institute, is generally used as a tool for training the students and develop a research interest in them. It is having a very less component of innovation. Of course, limitations and other things. So we have to also to remove the idea of in the minds of the students, science used as a improvement in their IQ index. And after all, they wanted to they're looking at getting a secure and a safety job. But what we have to do is we have to develop a passion in them. And there is a coined recently, internal brain drain. I'm talking about the example of BARC training school. There generally more than 10,000 application comes for getting an admission in their training school. And they take around 120 to 150 people for training. And then they will be given a job also. And they take generally A plus and A. Gradings are there. A plus, A minus, B plus, A plus. The whole system is such a way that they do not want any person who is not good to get into the system, even if they lose a good student. That is how but nowadays, they are unable to get 120. It is day by day. It is, of course, they take all pure science and engineering. There is a big problem because the best students in pure science go to the professional course or particularly IT. IT consumes all the good talent. Now, how to change their mindset? In fact, the mindsets can be changed one way. My thinking is exposure to the a hardcore scientist or industrial visitor, or they work as an interim in the industry. And also we have to make them partner in our own research projects. In fact, I tried to some of this IIT and all that students work in group, and the group really bring out a very great innovations. But here I also tried in my class to make a study group so that they will work together, but it was not a very big success, particularly because of pandemic, online courses and all that. It has become very difficult. But definitely we can get a problem. Generally, when you identify a problem, to solve the problem, we definitely require a brainstorming, discussions. That will bring out a lot of idea, and you select one or two ideas and work further. But that can be done there. You can also include the students. So the teachers, one of the important duty is to inculcate the research mind or a passion for the research. That is very important. And according to me, innovation can be achieved in two routes. The one is you understand the need or the problem, study well, and systematically work finding a solution for that. Or already we have developed generated data, research and everything, how to convert them for a useful, for a use. That is another way of. These are the two ways. Of course, there are many other ways are also there. So the need and the problem should be understood well. For that, only I told that we need to have a broader knowledge. Because see, I can tell one example from the COVID. The person who discovered a drug, that is 2-deoxyglucose. It is actually, he is a positron emitting, is a specialist in positron emission tomography, radiopharmaceutical production. The 2-deoxyglucose is labeled to the fluorine 18. Fluorine 18 is a positron emitter, and it is used for imaging particularly oncology. The cancer cell takes a lot of glucose, and because it has got a high rate of metabolism, it does require energy to grow. And this glucose, they made a deoxyglucose because glucose metabolizes very fast. You won't have enough time to take an image by the time the radioactivity will decay. Therefore, they made, to slow it, they made a deoxyglucose, and this deoxyglucose slow down the metabolism. And in the virus, the person who has got interaction and knowledge about that virus and all that, so he could feel that this virus also takes this glucose. So if you get a deoxyglucose, it will not derive its energy and it can die. That is how I understand from my colleagues from the Institute of Nuclear Medicine and Allied Sciences in Delhi. I came to know. So a broad knowledge will, because he had the knowledge, so he could think in that. And one way of achieving, according to me, the innovation is, make it the innovation very effective is, there are three. One is a connection, collaboration, and continuation. Connection is, I told you, this glucose example is the best example for the connection. He could connect two areas, entirely different, but you could connect it. So it came out as a great invention. Collaboration should be a very key requirement for any scientific research. Particularly nowadays, the research involves many support from the many other fields. So you have to collaborate. In fact, there are a lot of talent, smartness available outside our organization that we must utilize it. But collaboration is a very carefully done because it's a sensitive area. And in India, it is always a slight problem with the collaborations. Some of the collaboration fails because of lack of mutual trust. In fact, any collaboration, one should start very formally agreement in that we have to spell out what each party will do, what credit they will share, everything. Finally, it should be concluded very formally. But in between, there should be free time or free interaction so that with the mutual trust, so that the collaboration will become a success. Continuation. A work should continued, not be left out in between. That is what is happening in academic research. I'm telling in general, because once the students get the PhD, it gets stopped there. I can tell you my own experience. I have a friend whose name is Dr. Datta. He was the professor of biomedical engineering in IIT Bombay. Earlier, I used to give some few lectures in IIT Bombay in the biomedical group and department, and he was the head of the biomedical department, but he's a medical doctor with the MD. His interest was not practice research, and he was doing a research in the area of cell growth, how to increase the cell growth. That was his research, and some students comes and they do with a particular compound area and they complete the PhD and go. But he doesn't leave the subject, he continue. So he has applied for a BRNS, that is funding, Board of Research in Nuclear Science funding. In that funding, that project was referred to me for evaluation. So I had to meet him, discuss with him and all that. Then one of my colleague came with me. He was trying to set up a hybridoma lab for production of monoclonal antibody for radiolabeling. So he told that why not your method of cell growth, we also want cell growth, so more antibody will be produced. And then he started working on the hybridoma and he has continued the work. One batch of students when it goes, next batch will join, they will get trained by the first batch, and then the work will continue. And he, with the collaboration with the chemistry department, first he identified one compound, lysine, which increases the cell growth. So he made innumerable number of analogs of lysine, and with the help of a chemistry department. And of course, they're all done by the students, but it continued for years. But the same research continued. Finally, the wound healing also require a cell growth. So it has turned out to be a wound healing medicine on ointment he developed, and thereafter he resigned and joined a pharmaceutical company. They helped him to this thing. What I am telling is the continuation. There does not, the story doesn't end there. Then further, some of the students worked on this, and they found that this compound increases or enhances the angiogenesis, that blood cell formation. Then he felt it can be used for the heart myocardial infarct patient who need a blood flow. Now we do bypass. Instead of that, you develop a blood vessels, new blood vessels. So he tried, but that research did not work out well. It did not work. But however, this is because of continuation, it is very, very important. One area, and we continue for longer period. So we become an expert in that area or authority in that area, as well as we will find a light at the end of the tunnel. So with these words, I once again congratulate the organizing team, as well as the participant for successfully completing the program. Thank you very much for inviting me. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much, sir, for this enlightening session. I now call upon Professor Krishna Iyer, sir, in charge principal and professor of pharmaceutical chemistry, Bombay College of Pharmacy, to address our participants for day 5.
Good afternoon. Am I audible, please, before I start?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, participants, and good afternoon, everyone. And it's a nice feeling to have completed this very unusual faculty development program with emphasis on innovation, on the management of the innovation, how to nurture the thinking out of the box, behavior. As said very aptly by Dr. Shiv Prasad, in terms of what is the status in India vis-a-vis the status elsewhere, and pointing to the fact that this culture of innovation and thinking out of the box is not developed as much in India as elsewhere. I also feel that to add on to what he said, to not feel negative about it. Okay, and the reason I say you don't need to feel negative about it is simply because of the fact that when we compare how innovative we are vis-a-vis others, we have to realize that we are a very new country. We have got our independence in 1950, approximately. It's only about 70 years since we have been independent. When we compare this against, say, US or say England or many of the Scandinavian countries or even China, etc., they have traditionally been countries which have already been free. Now, the biggest impact of colonization or being under the British rule is that when we were under British rule, the entire country had to do only one thing: work on decisions which were taken by the British government. So, for the longest time, for close to 200 years, that mentality of accomplishing something which is given to us always took precedence. And people who accomplished things correctly were awarded, and there was actually no scope for you to be innovative. In fact, if you try to be innovative, they would reel you back to say, okay, that is not your job. The job of thinking is somebody else's. You just do the work. Now, once we got our independence, that legacy of following and being conformist has continued for a while. Only in the last few years, as we have begun to spread our wings and this colonization and all has slowly tried to recede, that this culture of innovation has started again. Okay, so in that sense, the fact that we were all schooled to be conforming to things, etc., that has affected in a sense the way we innovate. And sometimes you have to force yourself to think outside the box rather than it coming naturally because of this tendency to conform. However, the best part is that over the last, maybe 10 to 15 years, this drive to be innovative has been pushed by our government and the people around us. And that is slowly taking fruit in that India is becoming more and more innovative. But it is just a matter of time where we will be as innovative as the countries we are trying to compare with as we go along. And the realization that you need money to do science and be innovative will also dawn on our government. The government will, I'm pretty sure, in the near future, start to fund this innovative ideas and capacities to a greater extent. Okay? And in that regard, FDP of this type actually goes a long way in inculcating that in the students who are still raw, so that they don't go into this mode of always conforming to things. And this 5 days of looking at innovation from different perspectives and different methodologies by which you can do collaboration, promote what you have done, patent what you have done, commercialize what you have done. All this information will go a long way in you passing on that information to the students and making them innovative and making them entrepreneurs. And it might also spark that tendency that you have kept hidden for a longer time. And now after listening to all this, you feel, I should also be doing innovation and be an entrepreneur. And in that regard, I thank Dr. Ujjwala Madam and our entire team for putting up this program to give you a feel for this very related concept of innovation that is associated with the academics you are in. Okay. The other aspect is many a times the hard work which has been put by our team doesn't show up, and a lot of things I still remember. Almost a month ago, all the preparations that started for this FDP in terms of making sure that things run smoothly, making sure all the certificates are done, making sure the plantation drive is successful, and all of these aspects. Okay, so I wholeheartedly thank the team. I wholeheartedly thank all the members who attended this. And I'm pretty sure that they are going away from this 5-day program much wiser, much better learned, and prepared to transfer this knowledge not only to your own research efforts and your growth, also to pass it on to all the students and the people you come in contact with and nurture this sense of innovation. Okay. And I'm pretty sure, as you will see in your own lifetime, India will become more and more innovative and will come up with products which are very different from what is already there in India. Okay, so with that, again, with thanks to everyone who has been part of this LTP, organizers as well as the attendees, I give my best to all of you in the future. Thank you very much for having me here to talk to you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much, sir, for this insightful session. I now call upon Professor Krishnapriya Mohanraj Madam, the convener of the AICT Atal FDP and Professor of Pharmaceutical Analysis Department, Bombay College of Pharmacy. Ma'am, I welcome you to the forum.
Thank you. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
It is gives me great pleasure and it's an honor to be here at this valedictory function for the Faculty Development Program of Innovation Management for nurturing entrepreneurship culture in educational institutes. So right from the beginning, when this particular program was thought of, this is really an innovative program, I must say, and I must congratulate Dr. Ujjwala Shinde, the coordinator of this program, co-coordinator Dr. Clara Fernandez, the advisory board members, the organizing committee members, mainly by the pharmaceutics department, and also since it is under the aegis of the IQAC team, each one of them. And finally, I must not forget the students work so very hard for the smooth running of the program. We cannot do anything without our students. We are so dependent on them and they are so dependable. And finally, I must thank each one of you who has taken participated in this faculty development program. Because when we usually look at faculty development programs, we would try and register for something which is of an academic interest. But here, which would take your academic, whatever research or even teaching. Many of you, if you are not even doing research, you would have got an idea here in this faculty development program of how you can ignite that spark in the students to think. If you look at Bloom's taxonomy, it is at the bottom of the pyramid is knowledge. And at the top that is whatever knowledge you gain, you are going to apply that knowledge. And the finest thing is when something is created. I remember a few years ago, one of our students, B.Pharm students, okay, looked at something for Avishkar in a presentation, and she went on, to read. Was a simple device which would help geriatric, patients to take their medicines, which would help in swallowing. It was a very, very simple device, but it had a very good use. So many a times it happens that only when we have a problem can we think about a solution which can be innovative. And for we have to have an intuitive mind. That is very important. When the apple fell down on Newton's head, he didn't curse the apple tree. He just thought that Why has the apple fallen down? Why did it not remain suspended? Okay, and that's how the law of gravity was thought of. So it becomes very important. You have to think out of the box. This culture of innovations can work only when ingenuity is coupled with hard work. We all know about Thomas Edison, but we do not know many facts about him. One of the things was he was expelled from school because his teacher thought he was very dumb. It was his mother who, so I always tell, that my favorite student is Muhammad Ali, okay, whom I taught in my second year of teaching when I was teaching at NGSM Institute of Mangalore. This boy in final year B Pharm, whom I was teaching medicinal chemistry, just got 3 marks out of 25 in the first periodic test. We had an annual pattern, second periodic of 25, and finally he got 23 out of 20. But that doesn't mean that, okay, it was just a progress. It was a lot of hard work, and I helped him to use innovative teaching, innovative methods of learning. Sometimes we have to do that. Students find it very, very difficult to learn something. So we have to use innovative techniques. I still remember Professor Krishna, one of his lectures, he used to give the example of, making dosas. Okay, and how much time are you going to make one dosa and then feed the your child, or you're going to make many and do it, giving examples. This is also innovations in how you are teaching. Let's look at Thomas Edison's journey. He thought of something. Can I make something which would finally give me light? Okay, and it was he himself who said, it is 1%. Genius is 1% inspiration, 99% perspiration. And he told this because to make that one, lamp, okay, running on electricity, he had to try more than 10,000 different filaments. And finally, it was the tungsten filament which worked. So you need to you need to decide solution, but for that you need to have hard work and you need to persevere. So that becomes this culture which will finally lead, as even Shiv Prasad sir mentioned. Most of our research we do from an academic point of view, very less what we think in terms of commercializing, patenting, etc. But when we look at that type of research also, let us not without having basic research, okay, without understanding the fundamentals. If everybody goes in for doing application-based research, the very fact that you need your fundamentals to come across to something which would be at the creative helm. And this particular FDP, having such a wide variety of speakers talking on such a wide variety of subjects, right? Who is talk to us about what is the difference? What do we mean by an innovation? Going on to, stalwarts who have done commercializations of their projects, to having people coming in from innovation councils who will guide us, faculty who have done commercializations. This has been a very, very exciting faculty development program, and I congratulate everyone, each one who is involved in this, that this has come down to its final, you can say, the journey. With, of course, I know after this, all of you have your examination to be given after this valedictory, and wishing you all the best. And once more, thank the management, the organizing committee, the advisory board, the participants, and for this achievement. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for this very informative session. I would now like to call upon Dr. Clara Fernandez, the co-coordinator for this AICTE Atal FDP and Associate Professor of Pharmaceutics Department, to address the session.
Thank you, Dr. Harita. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Thank you. Good
Yes,
afternoon,
you are.
distinguished. Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon, distinguished chief guest, Dr. N. Sivaprasad, in charge principal, Professor Krishna Iyer, convener of FDP, Professor Krishna Priya Mohan Raj, coordinator of FDP, Dr. Ujjwala Shinde, faculty colleagues, and dear participants. It is my pleasure to present the closing remarks for this FDP. I would like to start with a quote from Kavita Shenoy, founder and CEO, Voiro. We owe it to ourselves to be vocal about what we want and go after it. Be persistent, resilient, and don't give up until you get your due. Now, this quote resonates the underlying thought for this faculty development program. As an institute, we have always been undertaking initiatives to bridge the perceived gap between innovation and its commercialization. The ongoing pandemic has brought overwhelming challenges to the health sector as well as the economic growth of the country. Currently, we are facing the biggest crisis for survival. However, tough times like these demand that entrepreneurship, creativity, and innovation be unified to serve society in creating employment opportunities and better healthcare system. Needless to say, entrepreneurship is the best way to advance innovative ideas which we possess. But we need to remember that the ideas should not be implemented only to create material value, but also to foster social progress. We, the academicians as well as researchers, need to think beyond our role as technical educator and aspire to be a catalyst in creating environment which can lead to idea explosion for generating tangible solutions to address the needs of current times. This is only possible if we view that entrepreneurship, as we know, is not limited to younger generations, but we can also be part of this movement so that society is benefited by ideas. This was the outlook for the genesis of this 5 days FDP. And to help us understand how we can contribute, we invited eminent speakers who are well versed with the craft of translating ideas into commercial reality. Encouraged by your feedback, we are quite confident that the sessions were not only informative, but also inspirational to each one of you. We urge all our participants to put into practice the learnings you gain about distinct aspects of innovation management in educational institutes. The common thread in all these sessions which we had for the past 5 days was a need to recognize the problem and create sustainable solutions. So let me take you back to what we learned in the last 5 days, and let us try and highlight 7 key points which were emphasized throughout the entire session. The first key point: a collaborative and fruitful partnership is a must between academic institutions, industry stakeholders, and legal team for a thriving startup culture in any institution. Second, one must remember divergent thinking and multidisciplinary approach should be adopted to create sustainable broad ideas for solving pertinent problems. Third, if you have any idea with commercial utility, then it needs to be identified at early stage, protected, and concrete steps to be outlined, commercialize it. Fourth, for smooth translation of the ideas from bench to bedside, government has started many initiatives, and it's high time as an institution we need to start engaging with these government authorities, move out of our comfort zones, and leverage these initiatives for empowering our institute to provide support to the faculty entrepreneurs as well as student entrepreneurs. Fifth, for growth and survival of startup, adept knowledge of funding resources available as government funds such as BIRAC, BIG, etc., and private partners such as venture capitalists, angel investors is imperative so that our idea does not get stagnated and it moves beyond the realm of our institution and becomes a commercial entity which can serve the society. Six, networking is a key for growth of any organization. We are blessed, we are in times of technology where social media has become a game changer. And we should learn to use this so well so that we can foster collaboration as well as create new avenues for the growth of an individual as well as organization. And the seventh one, the most important one, future is dominated with evolving technology. The latest one is AI related technology. It is vital to recognize the opportunities available with these technologies. We have to go hand in hand with what is required so that we don't stay in our present, but we move into our future. Now with this, I conclude my closing remarks. But before I put an end to my talk, I would like to leave you with a small thought. As faculty members, please remember, we are pillars of an institution. We have a profound role and we can actually catalyze a change in the organization. So let us consciously inculcate the learnings from this FDP to provide stimulus to startup cultures in our institutes. And I wish and I hope that all of you have had a great learning the way we kind of learned. And I wish everyone success in all your future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Clara Fernandez, for providing the closing remarks. Now, throughout the 5 days, we have been having very enthusiastic participants and delegates who have participated and who have interacted very actively. So I would now like to call upon them one by one to share their feedback as well as to provide their viewpoints on the FDP. So I would first like to call upon Mr. Sunil Kumar Savita sir to share his viewpoints. Sir.
Ji.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. You can share your viewpoints, sir.
Ji. Ma'am, it's wonderful deliberation of all the sessions, topics, and I really salute the efforts, rigorous efforts of all the faculties, guest and eminent and prominent speakers, and I mean your wonderful efforts. The session was absolutely impressive from the very beginning, from the day first until the last moment. I am sitting in the class in my office in spite of my busy schedule and all the operational activities which are being monitored in Kashmir from here. And you know the situation at Srinagar is quite tense, and it is day by day the more incidents are being happened. So in spite of all this busy operational schedule, I was closely sitting with a screen, and really I learned a lot, although I am not from the scientific and pharmaceutical backgrounds, and I don't hesitate that I am from a humanitarian background, but I have the scientific bent of mind. And the most important thing that I want to learn something, from the people and persons and experts who are from different spheres of life and different fields. So really, I am very grateful to all the faculties and organizing committee of this Bombay College of Pharmacy for taking such type of pain to conduct the 5-day session during this pandemic and global pandemic and the most challenging situation in the country. Really, ma'am, the sessions, all the sessions were highly informative, and I really salute and I pay my due and heartiest gratitude and regard to all of you. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. I would now like to call upon participant, Sir Dr. Dipanshu Rana, for providing his feedback as well as viewpoints on the FDP. Hello, sir. Dr. Dipanshu Rana, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for providing me this opportunity. Myself, Dr. Dipanshu Rana. I am from Haridwar, Uttarakhand, and I am working as an assistant professor in the Department of Agriculture in Roorkee College. Actually, this is I am not very, you can say, very old in this particular group, as I am very young, because I have recently joined the academia in the last February. So this is my second FDP, and I have a very nice experience with this FDP because all the sessions are very informative and very interesting, as well as the Q&A sessions are very engaging, and as well as brainstorming also. So I would like to extend my regards and thanks to all the organizing committee that they give me the opportunity to attend this FDP. And this FDP enlightened me for the future perspectives, and not only me, and by using the knowledge that I have attained in this FDP, I can extend this knowledge to my students also, as I can understand about the different funding agencies and the stress management, which is the crucial point in this pandemic, the COVID pandemic, which we are heading towards and which we are going through. So the stress management part was also very good, and all the session I enjoyed, as well as I attained most of the knowledge I have gained from all the sessions. So thanks and regards, and hoping to attend more FDPs from the Bombay College of Pharmacy. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir, for providing your feedback. Now request Dr. Subhashish Devnath, sir, to provide his feedback and viewpoints on the FDP.
Yeah, madam, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So first of all, namaskar and a very good afternoon to all of you. Esteemed guests, those who are present, I think Dr. Shiva Prasad sir and all the faculty members. So first of all, I just want to say that when I started selecting the FDP in the Atal, so I was thinking the name first which attracted me is nothing but Bombay College of Pharmacy. Because I have studied my B Pharm and M Pharm from JSS College of Pharmacy, UT. And during my M Pharm, I used to have so many friends from Maharashtra, and they used to say lots about the glories of Bombay College of Pharmacy. So since then, I was having interest to visit this college. But anyhow, during this pandemic situation, I got the chance to attend the program through online mode, and it was really great. The way the organizers and the team, they have arranged the program, very nicely managed. Whether to say about the time and also the content and the selection of the speaker, everything was very, very fantastic. And I also want to say that the topic which is selected, that is innovation management, it's really very important at this time, because I feel that all the institutes, especially all the universities, they understood that if they want to survive in the field of education, that the only thing is nothing but innovation. So during these 5 days of FDP, we have learned that how to go for innovation, how to manage this. We have seen the market research. We have also seen that how to protect the innovation, which is very, very important. And as Dr. Shiva Prasad sir was telling that for innovation, we need the fund. So during these 5 days, we have also learned that how to get the fund, what are the agencies which can help us. And during all this process, if we get the stress during all this invention process, then also how to come out from this stress. The last session, that was also very, very helpful. And also as the madam before, she was telling that we have also learned about collaboration. That was really very, very nice that we understood that without collaboration, it is not possible to go for innovation. The very wonderful example given by the speaker is nothing but the collaboration between the Oxford and also the AstraZeneca during the Covishield, development of the Covishield. So how the collaboration is needed and how it is very, very useful for all of us. So that's it, I will say from my side. It was really a very wonderful session. From my bottom of my heart, I thank Ujjwala Shinde madam and also Vivek sir and all the organizers, those who are behind the screen and helping us. And they are very, very helpful and also very much gentle while dealing with all of us. And that really attracted me. And last one, I also want to say before finishing, the concept of felicitating the guest. I think this is the idea of Vaishali madam, as Ujjwala madam was telling, the plantation of the tree. It was really a very, very wonderful idea, and I will try to implement in my university also such type of activities. And I have seen the smile of each and every speaker when you are playing that video. It is really very innovative and really session. With this, I conclude my viewpoint on this regard. Myself, Dr. Subhashish Devnath, and I am working as an associate professor in Royal School of Pharmacy, the Assam Royal Global University, Guwahati. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you very much, sir, for your kind words. Now, I would like to call upon Sachin Golve, sir, to provide his feedback as well as viewpoints on the FDP. Hello, sir.
Yes, madam. Yeah. Thank you, madam. It's a great honor to give feedback on this nice FDP conducted by the Bombay College of Pharmacy. Myself, I am Sachin Golve, assistant professor in Channabasweshwar Pharmacy College, Latur, and the alumni of Bombay College of Pharmacy. I have passed my B.Pharm from in 2003, so it's a affection also towards my college, and I would express my very sincere thanks to the entire, the organizers, especially Krishna Madam, Ujjwala Madam, because all the sessions are, drafted in a well manner, and it helps to the institutions while for the generation of any innovations and the innovations towards the commercialization of these things. So I think Mr. Vijay Shupuje also has expressed a very nice, thought about the patents and the commercialization aspects. And our college is also, engaged with him, with Vijay Shupuje for various activities. His support is there with all the, the new techniques and inspirations is there. So, on behalf of this Channabasweshwar Pharmacy College management, principal, and all the faculty members, I would like to thank the coordinator, Shinde Madam, for such a nice FDP. And lastly, I appreciate the unique practice what the college has, that is the sampling of the plants in the PCP area. So, lastly, I congratulate Krishna Iyer sir for taking the charge of charge principal. Krishna Iyer sir is there, no? Sir is, I think, okay. Thank you, organizers. It's a very nice FDP conducted by this Bombay College of Pharmacy. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for providing your feedback. I would now like to call upon Mr. P.M. Balaji, sir, to provide his feedback. He has raised his hand.
Good evening, all of you. Actually, I don't have a prefix of doctor in front of my name. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, first thing that I am not, even as I mentioned that I don't have prefix, but I really yearn for that. And there is no end for learning, very important. And Ujjwal Shinde madam actually been a very good facilitator right through the 5 days. She has taken us in a very, the journey was so excellent and very smooth and enjoyable. And needless to mention about the prominent speakers, they shared their vast knowledge, their experience and all that. So it's not just limited to pharmacy. I mean, innovation management, like now we are trying to manage how to survive. Like we are trying to manage everything, right from, the children to bring up the children or wherever it is, we have to manage time, manage to eat, manage to live. So I think this particular thing is the program in which, how to manage. I mean, I should not even just think that where do we get funds, like, so that is also, I mean, crystal clearly explained how we can manage to get funds or how we can garner support from people, I mean, from different institutions and all that. And it was a very good kind of accelerating experience I felt from these 5 days, and I learned a lot. And yet, I mean, there's still a lot to learn, and I really thank all the people who have put their, I mean, the sweat and blood in this to bring it out in flying colors, and even my co-participants who have been there all through the 5 days. And I really look forward for another session of this. And thanks everyone. Thank you all.
Hello. Thank you, sir, for your feedback. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. I'm able to hear you. Please continue.
Yes, yeah. Thank you very much, sir, for your feedback.
You're most welcome, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. Now I would like to request the participants, if any participants would like to share their viewpoints or feedback for the FDP. They can
Ma'am,
unmute.
may I?
Yeah, sure, ma'am.
Good afternoon. I am Dr. Priya Sen Gupta from Sasmara Institute of Management. I know that when we faculties generally select an FDP program and we're looking for colleges which are, from management background so that we can relate to what is being told. But then I specifically attended this session because being from product and brand management background and research background, it is difficult for an academician to actually use live examples. So I would really like to thank the organizers because in marketing sessions, I need to give examples of pharmaceutical industry, IT industry, and many other industries, to relate the theory with the practical. And that is what exactly this session has given me. Could hear out like how the pharmaceutical companies work and the innovation and what goes into every innovation. And though commercialization is something where I feel management people come in, because it is a reverse technology altogether, or reverse psychology, reverse engineering. And I'm very happy that, I got to know something about science and the product knowledge, and I'm going to surely inculcate these examples in my regular sessions. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, the organizers. And I loved each and every session. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, madam, for your kind words. Any other participant would like to share your feedback? You can please unmute yourself and okay. As a mark of appreciation, we would like to felicitate all our enthusiastic participants by giving them a certificate on behalf of the FDP program. So the certificates will be displayed on screen.
Hello. we are giving this certificate of appreciation to the participants who have been active throughout this our 5-day FDP program. The first goes to Mr. Sunil Kumar Savita. He has been not from this pharma background. He is beyond this pharma background. He has been so enthusiastic right from this first session to last session. I really
Thank you. Thank you.
And sir, please don't take tension of any of your exam. It's very simple. Don't worry. We have given ample of time. So don't worry off with your exam. Okay.
Thank you, madam. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
We will mail you this certificate.
Yeah. I mean, every student is afraid of the examination.
I know that being a faculty, we forgot to give exam. We are now to set the paper, not giving exam. So that's why many of us are really got tensed up.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Harita, the second participant.
Yeah. Dr. Dipanshu Rana.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Dipanshu Rana. You have been very
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, very active. Yeah. Next participant.
Thank you, ma'am, for providing this.
Yeah.
Dr. Priya Sen Gupta.
Yeah, definitely. Madam, you have called me last time just on the last day whether you will be able to join or not. And then we could accommodate you, and really that was a good asset for us. And really thank you for your active participation throughout 5 days. And we have also learned through your questions, which you have.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah, during this session. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Next participant, Dr. Seema Patewar.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Seema. I know that you had initially a lot of difficulty about joining this FDP program. Connectivity issues were there. So don't worry. We have actually provided you all the these presentation slides, and this all recorded sessions also will be available on the YouTube and university site. So don't worry. Thank you for your active participation.
Really thank. The next participant is Dr. Preeti Soundwave.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Preeti. Being from pharma background, you have been aptly asking relevant questions. Thanks for your active participation.
Once again, I thank all the participants for providing kind words and feedback for the FDP. Now I call upon Professor Ujjwala Shinde ma'am, the coordinator and Associate Professor of Pharmaceutics Department and Head of the Department Pharmaceutics, to provide a vote of thanks for the FDP session.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Harita. And thanks all of you. It's a really good task that I am giving vote of thanks. It gives me immense pleasure to present my vote of thanks. Thank you, Dr. Harita. My dear participants, distinguished chief guest, Dr. Siv Prasad sir, Professor Krishna Iyer, in charge principal, Professor Krishna Priya Mohanraj, convener of Faculty Development Program on Innovation Management, and my co-coordinator, Dr. Clara Fernandez, and my fellow faculty colleagues and dear students and participants. Now, every ending leads to new beginnings. As we conclude this faculty development program, I'm filled with gratitude for the opportunity to share this learning experience with each one of you. This FDP provided a platform to interact with eminent speakers who are associated with converting ideas into enterprise. This was not only possible due to the support and encouragement of AICTE Atal Academy. I place on record our acknowledgement for the financial support and opportunity for organizing this online faculty development program on innovation management. I express our heartfelt thanks to our esteemed speakers for bringing their expertise as well as experience and engaging in such a fruitful, constructive and open exchanges throughout these 5 days. I extend our thanks to our management, Dr. Shiv Prasad Sir, President IPA MSB Bombay College of Pharmacy, Mr. Nitin Maniyar, Chairman IPA MSB Bombay College of Pharmacy, for the constant encouragement and support in organizing such kind of program. I thank Professor Krishna Iyer, in charge principal, for gracing this occasion and sharing the words of wisdom. I would like to thank our FDP convener, Professor Krishna Priya Mohanraj, for her enthusiastic support. Even though event of this magnitude would have not been possible without able help of Mr. Vijay Kumar Shivpujay, who introduced us to distinguished experts as a resource person for this FDP. We thank Dr. Vaishali Shirsat, Dr. Dipti Gatne, Dr. Sagar Patel, and Dr. Elvis Martis for their constant guidance for this FDP. We are extremely grateful for the gracious presence of our faculty colleague who played exemplary role as chairpersons for various sessions. We have been fortunate to be supported by a team of administrative staff of our organization. That is Mrs. Swati Pitkar, Mrs. Chaitanya, Ms. Suchita, Mrs. Roshni, our housekeeping staff, and our security staff for the support extended to us. The success of any program is accorded to unified team spirit. I am proud to acknowledge the wholehearted support of my team members, Ms. Shubhangi, then Dr. Harita Desai and Dr. Vivek, and our students. Harita, could you just display the slides of our students?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Our PhD research scholars, Isha, Hemali, Deepa, Pankaj, Saurabh, and Harshali, and our MPharm research students, Purva, Aishwarya, Vikas, Pooja, Nandini, Shivani, Pallavi, Yashashri, Lalit, Srushti, Nilesh, Pratiksha, Dhanashri, Ashrova, Dipali, Sakshi, Brinda, Prarthana, Madhvi, Abhijit, and Vijaya. If you are there, please switch on your videos also. That will be a very good for their participation and willingness to complete this task beyond their comfort zone. I am very fortunate enough to have dear faculty colleague, Dr. Clara, who has been with me and has been enthusiastically involved and supported me right from the inception till execution of this FDP program. Last but not the least, despite of the technological challenges, we are eternally grateful to the enthusiastic participants of this faculty development program. If I have missed acknowledging anyone, please note that I truly value your support in making this FDP success. Wishing you a very good health in these turbulent times. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you. Over to Harita now.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for your encouraging and motivating words. Now, as a mark of respect for our country, I would announce our student team to play national anthem.
And I request all the participants to stand for the national anthem.
Jana Mana Adhinayaka Jaya He Bharat Bhagya Vidhata Punjab Sindh Gujarat Maratha Dravida Utkala Vanga Vindhya Himachala Yamuna Ganga Ujjala Jaladhi Taranga तव शुभ नामे जागे, तव शुभ आशीष मांगे, गाहे तव जय गाथा। जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे, जय 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 हे।
I would like to announce that all the participants, the assessment link has been posted in the chat box, as well as it will be mailed to the participants. The link will be active from 4 to 7 p.m. So all the participants are requested to complete the assessment. With this, we come to end of day 5 as well as to the end of the AICTE Atal FDP program on innovation management. Innovation is a key driver to growth, progress, and development of any country. So I, as a researcher, feel that innovation and nurturing is a key parameter to be addressed by any academic institute as well as firms. With this brief note, I would now announce the formal closing of the AICTE Atal FDP program. I thank all the participants for their wholehearted participation, active interaction throughout the 5 days of the AICTE Atal FDP. I thank all the PhD and MPharm students for the well organization of this FDP. Thank you all. We now formally close this AICTE Atal FDP program. Thank you all the participants. Good evening and have a nice day.
Good.